Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be reading Sara Carrolli's 5-star reads, and if you don't know who Sara Carrolli is, she is a booktuber here on YouTube and she does like book content and some lifestyle content, and I really love her videos. They're so just like calming and very like aesthetic, if you will. So I just love her videos. I love the vibes that she gives off. She seems like she's such a like nice person, and so in today's video I'm going to be reading 3 of her favorite books. I recently did this video where I read Destiny Sidwell's favorite books, so if you have not watched that video, go ahead and check that video out. But you guys seem to really like that, so I've decided to try out some of Sara's books. I get a lot of recommendations from her, so I'm excited to see about these ones because a couple of these are a little bit more out of my wheelhouse because I am more of a romance reader usually, and 2 of these are like mystery books. So I am excited to see if my taste aligns with hers. So the 3 books that I'm going to be reading for this video. So the first one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is a young adult mystery book that follows a girl named Pippa, and she is basically trying to prove that a guy that was put away for a murder that he didn't commit, basically, from my understanding. And so she's working on this like high school project where she is basically trying to prove that this guy didn't murder this girl, basically. So I've heard a lot of good things about this book. I've heard that it's very good, and so I am excited to read this and hopefully I will like it. I've heard amazing things about this book, so hopefully I like it. The next book that I'm going to be reading in this video is By a Thread by Lucy Score, and I have read Things We Never Got Over and Things We Had from the Light by Lucy Score, and I really enjoyed both of those books, so I'm excited to read another Lucy Score book. But Sara said that this is a 5-star read, so I'm hoping that I am going to agree and that I'm going to love this book. But this is a grumpy sunshine book, I believe. It is workplace romance, and from what I understand it is about this girl, and she has been fired from her job, but then she ends up being hired by this other lady at this company, and she has to work for this lady's son, and he is just very like grumpy and like mean, I guess you can say. And so basically it's just them and they're working together and they're like butting heads and they end up falling in love. So I'm interested to see. I feel like this is probably the one that I'm most excited about, and I think is probably the one that I'm gonna probably like the best, just because this one is in my wheelhouse a little bit more. But I am really excited for this one, and I'm excited to read another Lucy Score book, so hopefully I will love this one as well. And the final book that I'm going to be reading in this video is Rock Paper Scissors by Alice Feeney, and this is a mystery thriller book about this couple that ends up going to stay in this like redesigned like church in, I'm assuming, the middle of the woods or like on a mountain or something like that, and they get snowed in and things kind of escalate from there. I have heard Sara talk about this book so much and she loves this book, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm gonna think about this book. I have been trying to dive into the mystery thriller genre a little bit more recently, so I've heard that this is a really good book, so I'm interested to see what my thoughts are going to be on this book. But yeah, so I am excited for this one as well. So these are the 3 books that I'm going to be reading in this video, and hopefully I like them all and hopefully come out with some 5-star reads. So out of these 3, the book that I'm going to start with is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. So this is where I'm going to start the video off with. I think I'm going to end up sandwiching them like this. I think I will actually read them in this order because I think start here and then here and then here, so that way I'm not reading like so much mystery at once and I'm kind of breaking it up a little bit and I don't get like burned out. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I'm going to start this today and see how much of this I can get read, and I will keep you guys updated on my thoughts as I go through these books. I'm on page 304, so like I'm almost done. And I know this is like the first update, but like I'm literally sitting here about to start crying because of this fictional dog. And like if you read this book, then I'm sure you understand, but like this is so sad, and I'm like, why would anyone write this? That's just what I want to know. But anyways, hello. So I wanted to come on here and update because I know the last clip that you saw of me was probably like a little bit chaotic, but I did want to come on here and update that I have finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So I've decided to give this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed this book. It was so much fun. I have heard the audiobook is very, very good. So I think that if I would have been able to like tandem read it with the audiobook and like physically reading it at the same time, I think that would have really like enhanced my experience. But I thought that was so good. At some points, like I literally could not put it down, and I really enjoyed my time reading this, and I would definitely recommend reading this book. So yeah, 4 stars. I feel like we're off to a really good start for this video. And so now we are moving on to By a Thread by Lucy Score. I am really excited to read this book. It is a little bit of a chunky book, but based on the Lucy Score that I've read in the past, her writing is so easy to read, so I feel like I will be getting through this one pretty quick. But I'm going to go ahead and start this book and let you guys know my thoughts. So I wanted to come on here and update that I have finished By a Thread by Lucy Score, and I think I'm gonna end up giving this 4 stars. I really enjoyed this book. Like, I had such a good time reading this book. It definitely surprised me. Like, I had a feeling that I was gonna really enjoy this book, and I'm so happy that I did. There were a lot of scenes in here that I was not expecting, but then again, it is like a 500-page book, so obviously I knew there was going to be a lot of things in here that I probably didn't think would be in here. But overall, I really enjoyed the story. I really loved Allie and Dom and the whole like workplace situation that they had going on at this like fashion magazine, and I just thought that was so fun. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. So not a 5-star for me, but I still really like this, and I definitely would recommend this if you're looking for like a grumpy workplace romance. Then I definitely would recommend this. But 4 stars, really enjoyed it. Still no 5-star read for me, but I definitely can understand why Sarah has rated these books 5 stars because they have been so good so far. So next we're moving on to Rock Paper Scissors by Alice Feeney, and we're gonna see. I am very like easily surprisable, if you will, when it comes to like mystery thrillers. Like, I have no idea how to guess what is happening. Like, my guesses are usually always so wrong, or I just am so confused that I don't ever guess the plot twist. So I don't see myself guessing any of the plot twists in this book probably. So we're gonna see. Hopefully this will be a 5-star. But yeah, so I'm gonna start this one and I will update you guys when I have an update. So I have just finished Rock Paper Scissors by Alice Feeney, and honestly I don't know what I'm gonna rate this. I'm thinking probably like a 4.5 star for this book. This is probably one of the better thrillers that I have read. I'm still very new in the genre, so I'm not like exactly 100% sure what I like in a thriller, so but this is one of the better ones that I've read for sure, and I really enjoyed it. The ending was definitely not what I was expecting. Like, the twist twisted me, if you will. So I definitely enjoyed it, and I definitely will be reading from Alice Feeney again. I do have one of her other books, so I will probably more than likely be reading that, and I do see myself reading from Alice Feeney in the future. But yeah, this one was honestly pretty good, and I would say overall, even though none of the books that I have read in this video have been a 5-star, I do feel like my taste and Sarah's taste do align pretty similarly. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for now, and I am going to see you guys in the outro of this video. Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and end this vlog. So in this video I did end up reading 3 of Sara Carrolli's 5-star reads, and overall I feel like this video was pretty successful. However, I did not end up with any 5-star reads from this video, but that is okay because I still really enjoyed the books that I did read and would definitely take recommendations from Sarah in the future, because even though our reading tastes aren't perfectly aligned. I still really enjoyed myself reading these books that she loved, so I would definitely say that it is overall a success. So yeah, but as a wrap up, I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I gave that book 4 stars, really enjoyed it. And then I read By a Thread by Lucy Score, gave that book 4 stars. And I read Rock Paper Scissors by Alice Feeney and gave that 4.5 stars. So like I said, overall a pretty successful video. And yeah, I would recommend any of these books if they sound interesting to you and if you haven't read them. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I will have my social medias linked down in the description, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.